Rudy Weeber, one of Thurrock's most respected citizens, last year won the Thurrock Civic Award, but not born and brought up in Thurrock, born in Holland.
Yes, in Den Haag, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about your early life?
Well, we were brought up with the German occupation, and when you're young like that, you don't really understand what it's all about. But it stays with you the rest of your life. Really, you can't forget it. You know, it's just the memories are so near.
Can you remember why you actually came to Thurrock?
Yes, because my mate Tony, we just done 60 days at sea, and he said to me, "There's a film on in Grays. I've been there before, and it's called." Going with the Wind by Clark Cable and Vivian Lee. And I said, well, I don't really want to go see a film. He said, well, we're going to have a pint afterwards. I said, oh yeah, I'll do that. And then we went to see the film, and when we were queuing up with the tickets, I looked back and I saw these two girls standing there, and I made eyes with one of them, and that became my wife. I didn't know, but at the time, after we watched the film, I had absolute panic staging because I was worried that I might never see her again, so I left the film a bit earlier before it finished and stood outside the door. And they all came out there for charity when I was in Grace one day, and I saw a woman with a pushchair, and there was a baby in there, and she was sort of laying funny with her hands like that and a funny face, and I said to the woman, what's the matter with her? And she said, well, that's what you call retirement, and I didn't know what that meant. And then I said to her, well, do you get help? She said, well, we rely a lot on charity. And I went, right, that's it. And immediately I got in touch with Mancap. They do charity work for mentally handicapped children. And I booked up cycling in China for them, and I raised £8,000 for them. And, I've never met the woman again, but when I look back, that little baby in the pushchair made back to China. And this time it wasn't cycling, it was trekking. And I found it a lot harder than cycling, but fantastic charity. They help people with lots of problems, and I'm proud to be part of working for Mary Curie, because I am a voluntary worker, not only a cyclist. I also work voluntary for them. I do lots of things, selling daffodils, or talking to people about what they stand for, and so that keeps me happy.
Good. And how many places have you been? And how much money have you raised?
I've been to China twice. I've been to Poland. I've been to France 3 times. I've been to Holland, back to Poland, back to China, and I think I'm almost raised well over £50,000. For Mary Curie, I raised £42,000. Made a lot of friends.
Could you describe your attitude to your illness?
Well, now I just ignore it really, because you hear so many young people having problems with this disease, and why should I really worry that much? I was blessed that I reached 70 and I'm still be able to get on my bike and do things for charity, so I mean I'm grateful really. I think cancer, the word cancer frightens people more than anything. I mean, I was diagnosed with it 5 years ago, and I think if I didn't know, I'd have most probably been a lot happier. Because it's the thing you know, isn't it? It's like being, if you go on death row, they tell you you're going to be executed in a mountain's time, and that's how I feel sometimes. But then doing things for charity takes it all away. I mean,
Thurrock in Essex in England, but you're still very much a Dutchman.
yes, I listen to the Dutch radio every day. I've got sisters and brothers in Holland. Although I'm happy to live in England, my heart is still in Holland.
And you've got here in the garden, if we can see it, the wind blows,
Yeah.
you've got the flag proudly sitting there.
Oh, that flies all year round. It goes, I'll take it down when it rains, but either from there it flies all year round. It's a bit, a lot of people might think it's a bit strange, but it's not. It's, you carry on believing what you believe in, where you come from, and we all come from different places. Chinese come from China, and everybody comes from somewhere, and they still. I don't criticise England for what it is. I love England, but Holland is dear to my heart. And, that's something they can't I was 70 years old, and my wife said to me, "What would you like for your birthday?" And I said, "A windmill." She said, "What, a wheel one?" I said, "No, a miniature one, what you can put in the garden." And it's the first time the wings go round as well. I don't believe it. We're trying everything. So that's my birthday present. I had one before, but it disintegrated, so we've got a new one now. It was purchased in Norfolk, and I'm really happy with it.